to read only children's books, to have only childish thoughts, to throw away everything grown up, to rise from deep sadness. I'm deathly tired of life. I will accept nothing from it. But I love my poor earth, for I have seen no other. I rocked in a distant garden, on a plain wooden swing, tall, dark fir trees. I recall in a feverish haze. That was a poem by the Russian poet Osip Mandelstam. And Osip Mandelstam. I read Osip's poems, I think, about a year and a half ago, and I had actually seen this on the Wikipedia. I'd actually read this book called Tristia, the poem Tristia that he had read. So this particular book, it's called Tristia. So then it includes the poem Tristia, and it is translated by Bruce McClelland. And Tristia is an interesting poem, and I really was also interested in Mandelstam as a poet because of when you read poetry by different people in the past, you also get a glimpse of the history of the times when they lived. And I believe Mandelstam was a lot tortured, and he was imprisoned during Stalin era, and I think he died immediately after he was let free. I'll read a few poems of his. Let's try to read the main poem in this book, which is Tristia. Tristia. I've learned the signs of parting. In the laments of night, her hair let down, oxen graze, and the waitings drawn out. The town's last hour of vigil, and I revere the ritual of the night, when the cock-crowned and exhausted eyes raised their load of wandering sorrow, gazed into the distance, and a woman's weep and muse's song combined. Who knows, at the mention of farewell, what separation awaits us, what the cockscrow augurs, when flames glow in the Acropolis, and on the dawn of some new life, while an ox chews lazily in his shed, why the cock, herald of new life, beats his wings on the town's walls. And I love the practice of spinning, shuttle weaves, spindle buzzers. Look how barefoot Delia flies, to meet you like swan's down, or the meager warp of our life, like the thin language of joy. All things were in ancient times, all will be again, and only the instant of recognition is sweet to us. So be it. A transparent figure lies on a clean earthen dish, like the speared pelt of a squirrel, and the girl stares, bowing over the wax. We cannot tell the fortunes of Grecian Erebus. Wax is for women who wax is for women what bronze is for men. Our fate slips out only in battle, but they die telling fortunes. That was Tristia by Mandelstam. Osip Mandelstam was born 1891 in Warsaw, the son of prosperous Jewish leather merchant. And I think he was also married to Nadezhda Yakovlena Kazina. Apparently, I think she also had a relationship with Anna Akhmatova, but they never really acknowledged that they had a relationship. It was more of a platonic relationship as per Anna, and I think you should, if you have not read Mandelstam, you should read and let you get a feel of some of the other poems of his as well. Yeah, this one is good. At a dreadful height, a wandering fire. But does a star really flicker like that? Transparent star, wandering fire. Your brother, Petropolis, is dying. At a dreadful height, earthly dreams are burning. A green star is twinkling. If you, star, are the brother of water and sky, your brother Petropolis is dying. A monstrous ship flies at a dreadful height, spreading its wings. Green star in beautiful poverty. Your brother Petropolis is dying. Above the black Neva transparent spring is smashed the wax of immorality. Sorry, the wax of immortality is melting. If you, star, are Petropolis, your city, your brother Petropolis is dying. A lot of poems other than Tristia. There are a lot of poems. I think Russian poetry is very very interesting. I like and I whenever you read foreign poetry, you sometimes feel that you wished you could read them in the language it was written. So there's a saying that what the poetry is what is lost in translation. When you translate from one language to the other, what is lost in between is the real poetry. So whenever I read the translations of foreign poets, I kind of feel that maybe the poetry is lost. But then in translation, a new art is created, a new perspective, a new look. Because poetry in one language has some culture embedded within it. And when that poetry is translated to a different language, there's a there's another level of culture that kind of sits on top of the one that it was written on. So I think translations have its own beauty, and when you read in English a poem that is originally written in Japanese or Russian, there's a different beauty to it. So I think you should go ahead and read this, and I'll catch you again later.